I think one of the problems here is that the information in resistance training that predated science was experience-based. I read and I read and I read everything I possibly could, and all of this information that was available before the internet, to me, was the science. Now, what this really was a combination of people's experiences, their opinions, and unfortunately, a bit of sales. A lot of this information was designed to get us to buy a product, a training course, or perhaps a dietary supplement. So what we thought was science, in many cases, wasn't really science at all. And the researchers were busy studying maximal oxygen consumption and not muscle strength for many, many years. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. And I think one of the worst things that's come from all this noise is the fact that the average person doesn't do resistance training because they think it has to be very, very complicated. I think that's why, globally, participation in resistance training and meeting the physical activity guideline recommendations for strength training is so unbelievably low. I think it's confusing to people. And the research shows that resistance training doesn't have to be complicated at all. Take, for instance, this article that was just published in January. 36-year-olds, overweight, don't lift weights, no resistance training, they are not making the minimal physical activity guidelines. They did one set of 9 exercises, that's it, but they took it to failure. They did this 3 times a week for 6 weeks, less than 20 minutes per workout, about an hour of weight training a whole week, gained lean mass, lost body fat, increased their 1-rep maximal strength, and a 16% improvement in insulin sensitivity. Resistance training doesn't have to be complicated, and I think that's an important message that we need to get to the masses. Just doing some push-ups will go a long way compared to doing nothing at all and talking yourself out of resistance exercise because you believe it has to involve some fantastic equipment and a very, very complicated program.